So you have to have different perspective as to the best way out. So you put your best foot forward and conclude on the best way out. So definitely, I know a number of persons not wearing a face mask going on these buses. And Granny, he begged me once more to be here so that he could address certain things. I don't drive bus. So he'll be the one disseminating such vital information because he could evidence that. I will just be hearsay. You understand me? So the house is here to actually deliver again. But when it comes to the infrastructure, that is something, as I said, will be open soon, and it does a number of consultation meetings to consult to see what is the best way forward. We could disseminate the markations and the buses parking in terms of taxi drop off. All this got to be put into perspective in order to balance out. We're trying to use more equitable measures in doing so. Without further ado, I'll let Granny just continue.
All right, buddy. Morning, Granny.
Yes, good morning. Good morning to the general public. Yes, good morning to radio land, internet land, universe land. Yes, we're here again this morning to, listen to views, educate the public about what is going on. One of the main issues is mass at this present moment.
Right.
And I had a paper going around saying anybody found without wearing mask, you could pay a high penalty. Right? But I just want to educate the bus drivers them because there's been a lot of complaints. Me say me is the best, me say me is the perfect, but I try my best every day to put on mine.
Right.
The general public out there is still saying that the bus drivers them are not putting on their masks. To the general public too, upon entering, let me say the public domain, you also supposed to be wearing your mask. Sometimes, some people will penalize somebody, GQ to drive bus, I don't like GQ. Call in on the radio and say, GQ don't wear a mask. Right? But
so you're saying false accusations just to get you in trouble?
No, not really, because yes, I've seen some bus drivers putting on their masks, right? So me saying, but some people will go to the extreme. So what I just telling the general public, you yourself supposed to be able to teach the bus driver when you're jumping in a bus. Cause I see 14 people in a bus have on the mask and the driver ain't on none. 14. So appealing to the bus drivers them out there, please. I mean, it's a slow time, ain't time to pay a $500 bill without wearing your mask, and the Prime Minister spoke about it last night.
Not $5,000.
5,000?
Yes. That is a breach of any regulations. Yeah, that is a penalty.
But by your point, another zero there, but that was a shot.
That is sub-regulation. That is regulation 15. Yeah.
Yeah, so nobody want to pay no $5,000 right
speaks
now.
as to wearing of the face mask. You understand me? And the breach of that, the penalty, $5,000.
Okay.
However, I must address that also, because I cannot see, you're going into TDC, you're wearing your face mask.
Yeah.
You're going into Hasford, you're wearing your face mask.
A supermarket.
You understand me? And inside there, you could be more distant. You could even go more than 10 feet. You understand me? Way more than 6 feet. You understand me? And you're going in a bus that is in close proximity. That is more closely knitted when you're driving on a bus.
Right.
How broad is a bus, basically?
By,
broad is a bus?
About 5 feet.
About 5. Okay, thank you. So definitely you can't get full 6 feet out of 5 feet inside a bus. So you got to be at least maybe 2 feet apart and them kind of stuff.
Right.
And you're telling me that you're actually risking yourself, risking your life by going on a bus without a face mask. I don't know how people can actually do that. You see, I think prevention is better than cure.
Okay.
I mean, we got to be looking out for each other. I mean, we coming in without a mask. Somebody in there with a mask. You understand me? They might pull on for whatever reason. But if you're wearing a face mask, I'm wearing a face mask. We're protecting each other. You understand me? I don't really like to touch the mask thing, but let Granny continue with it.
Yeah, so you see what the inspector saying? Upon entering any big public domain, the people them don't make no noise about putting on a mask because they know they have to put on a mask. They go in a supermarket, the government institute, they put on a mask. But when they go jump in a bus now, you got to spell and pronounce. Repair your mask, repair your mask, repair your mask. Come on, man, general public.
And you're talking from your personal experience?
Yeah, true talk.
Okay.
Right, so I don't feel the pain to you, and I don't got to teach every single day. Up to this morning, first ship, 6 o'clock, look over watch a pan, repair your mask. And he seen a white boy, man, I got mine. Right, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, you're going to open the lines now?
Well, let me talk as to Tintin. Tintin is big. A number of persons actually calling me. I mean, nothing wrong in calling me when you get a ticket, you know. Because at least I can address it by looking at the ticket and maybe by doing my research.
Right.
You know what I mean? Within the regulations and the legislation of the Vehicle and Road Traffic Act.
Right.
And see if I see any, you know, anomalies, if anything is written wrongly, wording and so forth. But as to cancellation, definitely I don't have the power to cancel any ticket, you know. But I do not mind addressing it. All right. But I just want to tell the general public, you know, 35% tint. And sometimes I meet and I read something, you know what I mean, properly calibrated tint machine, you know, apparatus. You may read, you may get 35%, you know, and you may read something else. You know what I mean? But once you fully calibrated, you should get a correct reading. And then you're gonna come to me, you know, your vehicle is quite dark. Nobody could actually see in your vehicle, it's quite opaque, you know. And then you're gonna come to me to look for some mitigation. You know, definitely it's 35% tint to put on your vehicle. Yeah, but you put on the right percentage on your vehicle. You know what I mean? Don't go and put on 5% because you want to look smart, you want to look sharp on the road. You don't want nobody to see in your vehicle. And then when you know what I mean, when anything happen in terms of the police giving you a ticket, you know what I mean, saying that you breach the regulations, and then you're going to ring out my phone. You understand me? I don't think that is correct. You see, put on the correct percentage of the tint, and then you act in accordance with the law. Once you act in accordance with the regulation and the legislation, you're good to go. You know, then you wouldn't got all them anomalies and calling me, and you know, but you can't stress me out. I see so many people every day. You can't stress me out really. Yeah, I'll try to help you, but what I'm saying, just to eliminate. You know what I mean? This process, please, just put on the correct tinting. Now, section 62, I just want to read just a little from it. Because not even the Commissioner of Police could actually grant the tinting, tell you to put on a dark tint. You have to come from a minister. You understand me? He say in this section, restricted motor vehicle means any motor vehicle other than a motor vehicle where the whole or part of the glass of the windscreen, side or rear windows of the vehicle is obscured by either the application of any film, tint, or other device, or is custom tinted by the manufacturer. So you see, it's a film, tint, or other devices. No. So I see some people got up curtains now. You understand me? They move from the tinting and they go into curtains. I don't know, they might pour plastic or something. I don't know. Yeah? So, as I say, it says here, any film, any application of film, tint, or the device. B is custom tinted by the manufacturer that less than 65% of light transmission is possible. Subsection 2. In this section, the expression custom tinted by the manufacturer means that the glass of the windscreen, side or rear windows of a vehicle has been obscured by a process other than by the application of the film, tint or other obscuring devices. Subject to the provision of this Act, no person shall import a restricted motor vehicle into the Federation. The provisions of this part shall not apply to restricted motor vehicle that has been custom tinted by the manufacturer on or before the date of the coming into force of the Act. Ambulances, horses, such other classes of motor vehicles, as the Minister of National Security may designate by notice published in the Gazette. So I can't give permission to put on a tint, a dark tint and this kind of stuff. You have to go to the Minister of National Security. Understand me? You write to the minister and you apply and say, with your reasons, I expect you to have grounds. You just can't say, give me tint and that's it, and you want 5% tint. You have to have grounds, reasons, rational, yeah, for such. You understand? So please, people, I hope you are listening. Understand me? I cannot give you permission for tinting. Not even the Commissioner of Police, who is the licensing authority.
So there are reasons for dark tints, but it will have to be granted
by the Minister of National Security.
Okay.
Who is the Minister of National Security? You understand me?
Okay.
So.
All right. Fair enough. It's now 13 minutes moving up to the hour of 9 o'clock. Gentlemen, are you ready for some calls?
Long time.
All right, let's take our first call on line 1. You are live, and good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning, sir.
Morning, Inspector. How are you doing?
Yes. Hold on a second. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll get him sorted. Go ahead.
Good morning. Hello?
Yes, go ahead. You're live. Go ahead. Yes.
Junior. This is Junior, not Senior. This is the photocopy. Anyhow, in relation to the mass and in relation to the busmen, I blame I put the blame on the bus, the drivers, the owners, because if you insist that persons have to put on their mask, but then again, some of the busmen are not leading by example.
Definitely.
You cannot ask me to put on a mask and you're driving the bus and you yourself. But for me personally, as you all indicated, the bus is not as large as a business place. So if I go into a bus, I don't normally go into a bus, but when I do, I definitely put in on my mask because the person is so close to you that in itself you're protecting yourself and the person close next beside you.
Yes.
But the busmen seem not some of them. They just bent and breaking the laws. Every law that come up, the busmen them are always guilty.
Yes.
And the thing about it, what I find with the busmen is not the seasoned busmen like Granny and those. It's these younger busmen. For some reason, they feel like they have to go contrary. And the amazing part about it is that most of the time they are not even the owner of the bus. So they put the owners in a lot of expense. Because if I have a bus, I am not going to, I can't afford, things are slow already. So I wouldn't be able to pay out this lot of money. You're already not generating the money that you used to. So just go according to the law and make it easier for everybody. In relation to the tinting is the next thing. Persons are just testing the authorities. Because we are aware the percentage of the tinting. So why go by someone and ask them to put on 5%? Obviously, you're looking for trouble.
Yes.
So if you go to someone who put in on the tint, you let them know this is the percentage of tint. If they want to tell you, well, put on 5, 10, ask them if they're going to pay the money when you get the ticket. No, these things, but what I find is that a lot of persons on the road with these dark tint, and I wonder how they get through on a daily basis. Something needs to be done about, because if I am governing myself, persons need to do the same thing. So maybe you all need to go on a drive and work on these people, especially with these dark tints, especially if they're not into law, they're not into anything like that. So, yeah, gentlemen, I'll continue to listen.
Yeah,
yes.
Program as usual.
Thanks a lot, brother.
All right. Line 2, you are okay. We lost line 2. Let's try line 3. Good morning. You're live.
Yes, good morning.
Hi, morning.
Yes, to the inspector, I'm so glad that you brought up about the tinted glass.
Yes.
Because I'm seeing a lot of cars, you can't see who is driving, how many people inside there, and I was wondering when you all will take back that topic onto those people. Yes. Another thing, I see a car P6084 parked by Mr. Rams every Friday when I go shopping for hours. And I was wondering if it's one of Rams and you all gave me permission to park there because I know it's just an hour.
Yes.
So I would like you to look into it, please.
Okay, good, ma'am.
All right.
Have a great day.
Thank you. Line 1. Okay, we lost line 1. Line 2. Good morning. You reached the real one.
Original.
Yes, the original.
Good morning, duplicate. Good morning, my senior, boss.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
And Granny in the middle.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, you're the hot dog, man. No, hear this here. You obey, you don't pay. You disobey, you pay.
Yeah.
Don't smile at, you can smile and laugh with la breakers, but don't let your pencil, your blacklead and your book smile with them. How much more talking they want? Elephant we got the biggest ear, and the ear so big that it restrict the hearing very quick. Them they does obey. The white people with little ear, so close and sensible who could read. Why they don't want to obey? Stop playing with them. Stop it. A load of police passed out last month. Let it absorb them bus drivers and car drivers who disobeying the law. The law ain't got no friend. Carry them down, Mr. Limwood, then they will teach adults to obey. I bet you any bus driver who don't get on the mask would not allow anybody to go in the bus go eat fish. They don't tell them no nothing here. Why them the most in the driving people who got on the mask and then I got it on? Summon them.
Yes.
Have a good day.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right. Line 4. Good morning, you're live. Can you turn on the volume, please? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This is Kenneth Jr. I have something to say about the traffic.
Yeah, no problem. Go ahead.
If it is illegal for us to wear the camouflage pants, right? Why is it illegal for them to bring in those 5% tins? I think that would cure everything. With all those tinting, they should just ban them from coming into the island. You know. I think that's my suggestion for today.
I like your suggestion. It's a valid suggestion.
Sure.
All right, man. Thank you for your call, Kenneth. Oh, sorry about that. Kenneth Jr., I should say. Let's try line 1 again. Good morning.
All right, good morning.
Morning.
Inspector.
Good morning, sir.
Just checking. You are still on the drive with these old cars on the road?
Yes, say that again, sir.
You are still on the drive with the old cars?
Definitely. It's a campaign. It's a campaign. I've already served notices. You're trying to make people aware. As I say, I don't believe in ambushing anybody. You give them ample time. My style is to, I go in and pertain to the law. I'm a man who actually like to think of the box, definitely, because there's room for amendments. As you go along and read some of these laws, you see certain areas that they could be amended. But I'm going with actually giving people notices, give them ample time, so that they could actually move the vehicles. They may have a parking in the back of the yard, or the front of the yard, or side of the yard, wherever. If they put it on the roof, I don't know. You understand me? But give some people some time. You have to give people notice.
You are starting in town or country?
I already started in the rural area and I started in St. Peter's and a routing back in St. Peter's next week. Definitely they're going next week.
You need to come up Market Street. You got some abandoned cars.
You tell me that I'll pass there today. Subsequently, when I leave here, I'll come there.
Okay.
Yes?
No problem.
All right, thanks a lot, sir.
All right, before we go on, talking about Market Street, someone asked about putting in some speed bumps up at Market Street. They say the traffic between is ridiculous now. People are coming up there really fast.
Well, I could attest to that.
Okay.
Yes. So definitely against GQ. Mm-hmm. One thing with my word, my word is not the Bible, but I'm telling you, things that I can get done, it will be done.
Okay. All right. This question has been asked more than once, but I'm asking it again for the sake of this listener. Maybe they never heard you answer the question. Is loud music against the law?
Yes, loud music is against, and that is the reason why you have to actually apply to the Commissioner of Police. When you want amplify music, amplify sound, and these kind of stuff, you must apply to the Commissioner of Police in order to get such permission. You understand me? Because it on its own is against the law. Definitely it's nuisance. It could be public nuisance. It could be private nuisance. You understand me? It is just a nuisance when it comes to amplify sound. All right, and it is on the books. I read it a number of times here actually, when it's pertaining to, you know what I mean, the laws. You understand me?
Okay.
Unless I got to go more civilly with it, yeah.
Okay. All right, let's take the next call. Line 2, you're live. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, morning.
You talk about speed bump just now. I think we need some speed bumps in all road up Wingfield Road where there are daycare.
Yeah.
But the vehicles flying up there full speed. You don't have the mercy, especially those big trucks.
Yes.
Flying up there full speed, so need some speed bump right across the area there.
Yes.
Especially by the daycare in all road.
Yeah, Winfield Road, yeah?
Hello?
Yeah, you say Winfield Road?
Yeah, in all road.
Yeah, in Old Road, okay.
Especially by the daycare.
By the daycare,
The daycare center.
Okay. Thanks a lot for your contribution.
All right, line 3, you're live, and good morning.
Good morning, GQ.
Good morning.
And good morning to Mr. Inspector LED.
Yeah, morning, sir.
And good morning, Granny.
Good morning.
You're a patriot to the country, brother.
All
You're
the
doing a
time.
good job. Keep it up. Now, my suggestion all the time, and my little input all the time, these bus drivers who driving without mask, and who have the passengers coming in the bus without mask, they better get serious and get real. Because I saw all the time that you don't know who illegally coming in this country and coming from a hot spot. You understand? And jump on one of them passenger bus. You could not do disaster in this country with this corona. If even 2 of them jump in that bus and got corona. You understand? And you in there ain't have on a mask. And them within their coughing and sneezing and affecting them and they don't know. Man, we got to get real, man. And Mr. Eddie, you all got to get down on these bus drivers, especially some of these bus drivers, especially who own bus and give some young man a bus to run. Yeah. You all got to get down on the owner of the bus itself and make the worker who driving the bus wear his mask and make sure any passengers come in, they got on the mask. It is real. Look out what we happening in the outer world. Every day we hear some country get new cases and more people are getting infected by this deadly corona. Wonderful program as usual. You have a wonderful day. God bless.
Let me touch this. You see, just want to just clarify what that caller actually said, because he's quite right. I think he stated that sometime last week. Yes? Mm-hmm. And what he's saying, you know, just like them Haitians who actually illegally came inside, you know, in our country. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They came in illegally. They wasn't tested. They didn't pass no borders. You understand me? They wasn't legally granted here. You understand me? They came in illegally through whatever keys, route or whatever. You understand me? Which one of them tested? Which one of them you know that have corona? Which one of them you know have not corona? You understand me? You don't know what they have. You understand? And everybody come to the ports legally. Some people say, well, want to come St. Kitts by any means. They come here. What they come with, you do not know what they have. And that is what this caller actually talking about. And it's serious, it's grave, quite grave. You know what I mean? Somebody who actually, you know, habits them, maybe have them in their house or something like that, give them money, jump on a bus, you know. You don't know what these people have.
Right.
They contaminate the whole country.
Yeah.
You don't even know who actually they had dealings with before. You know what I mean? You know, you try to do the trace back. You can't even trace back anything. Too far gone. Yeah.
Point taken. Gentlemen, I know a number of responses you have there. I mean, well, a number of questions you have to respond to, pardon me. You're going to take a break. Will you be staying afterwards?
Sure, why not? It's a public thing, you know.
All right, gentlemen. We'll be back with more. Right now it's time for an 9 o'clock report. Compliments to Grange.
You're simply the best. Hi, everyone. Good day. Collins from Vince's Artistry. Today, I will be making a pair of earrings from plastic. So let's just get right into it. This is the pattern. It actually was cut from Clorox bottle. I will be painting it with polish, used polish, and I will be doing a tie-dye sort of effect. It's my own unique way of painting on plastic. Be sure to use your gloves when you're dealing with polish, but you can always use acetone or polish remover to get the stains off your finger. We're going to give this a few minutes or two to dry, and then we will do the other side. Let's turn on the other side, and we're going to do the same just as we do the front side. Look at that. Isn't that unique? After this has dried, we will then enter the air wire. Our earrings has fully dried, so we're now going to put in the air wire. So we're going to use the tip pin, and we're just going to pierce the earrings. Put both of them together, preferably. And we're just going to pierce right through. Okay, we're going to put in the rings. And we're going to put in the air wire. Now for the second one. And this is the final completion of the plastic earrings. This is what it looks like. This is a finger tie-dye sort of painting. We're going to complement our earrings by adding a bangle. This bangle was made from just the ordinary piece of plastic tube with the same tie-dye finger painting effect. This is what it looks like. You're just gonna set a little piece of wooden stick. We're just gonna insert it into the end piece, and we're just gonna add the other end. We're going to enhance our bangle by just adding some gold rings. We're gonna start by just putting the gold rings in the joint area. Isn't this unique? Just look at this. This is the finished look of the earrings and the bangle. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. The month of July is plastic free, so I am encouraging you to reduce the use of single-use plastic.
This is the beautiful Island Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. It is a small country with immense wonders, stunning shorelines, breathtaking landscapes, and lively, lush forests. Another of its wonders is its people, a unique, vibrant, and proud culture. Here, Kittitians, Nevisians, and guests share this jewel. We are all seeking to make these islands a better place to live and a haven for visitors. But this little haven, our home, like many other beautiful places on the planet, is facing a growing threat, which is evident now at our doorsteps. This threat is the buildup of garbage in the oceans, shorelines, and landfills, primarily from single-use items. When we use disposable plastic and styrofoam products, we become responsible for this growing problem. We can make a difference. Our community is already finding creative ways to cut down on this waste, as well as raising awareness and changing mindsets.
We were not happy selling our organic food in styrofoam containers and plastic. So we decided to begin importing and using compostable food containers. We have reduced the waste that we produce, and we hope that this serves as an example to other businesses, large and small.
In the supermarket business, we have historically created large amounts of plastic waste. We are now encouraging our customers to refuse plastic packaging throughout. More and more people are stepping up and bringing reusable bags.
We only need to make a firm decision to start taking action. And when we all do our bit, collectively, we create huge changes.
As we are learning to appreciate and enjoy our outdoor playground, we feel sad to see all the plastic bottles and styrofoam in our seas. Now that we have realized that plastics are a threat to our environment, we are becoming more conscious of our decisions.
We live in an incredible place. Our islands are worth protecting.
By changing our mindset and leading by example, we become more comfortable in spreading awareness to our friends, family, and community of the many reasons why it is important to take good care of our environment.
It's up to me. It's up to me.
It's up to me.
It's up to all of us.
It is up to all of us to make these changes. And when more people join our efforts, we ensure a more sustainable future.
Going to address those issues first before we take any more calls? On our number.
More calls, you take your calls, but if you do not,
no, we have calls. We have
take
calls.
calls.
We have calls.
Can't have people waiting.
All right. So line 2. Okay, we lost line 2. Let's try line 3. Good morning. You live?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
I'm calling this morning concerning the bus services or the busmen. I listen to the program on a weekly basis. And more often or not, a lot of bashing, I will call it bashing, is being done to the busmen about the masks about maybe garbage on the road, about whatever. What I am suggesting is that I think the police could easily cut around the busmen. The busmen, they are on the road, they drive in. I mean, I know the police has a lot of work to do. But since it is so important, especially about the mask, let them have somebody to police the bus. To police the buses. I don't know if you understand what I mean. And it's not all the busmen who not doing what they are supposed to do. And sometimes people come on the road, the busman. I have a son driving a bus. And I listen, and I'm saying that maybe you all need to do something more to look out, if you understand what I'm saying. Because the spaces in the bus, they can't social distancing in the bus. You understand me? So therefore, let the policemen be more on guard with the busmen. And those who are not doing what they're supposed to do, have some kind of penalty for them. It could be my son. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, ma'am.
So then let the police, let them go and don't all the time, don't bash the busmen them like that. Because there are some very good busmen on the road. Sometimes some people call just the bus who they travel and name the other buses who are doing what they have to do. So then let us look, because the bus service is important. And bashing those who are doing good, maybe they're not feeling good. And those who are doing bad, they ain't care. You understand me? So let us try and see what we can do and let the police the bus them. It is not any lie. Some of them not wearing a mask. They have been passengers on the bus not wearing a mask. But the busman cannot do nothing about the passengers. Because you tell them put on the mask to come in, they come in, and when they reach in, they take it off. You can't be driving and looking back to see who wearing a mask. So let us all cooperate. Let's pray for them. If we don't need prayer, let me pray for them. Because if anything happens, all of us can be infected. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. God bless.
Thank you. Here's a question for you via WhatsApp, then I'll go back to the phone. This person is asking, if a police give you a ticket, the law says you have 10 days to pay. Is the Saturday and Sunday included?
Definitely, GQ. And holidays. Yes?
But I fear you.
No, well, you see, that is the reason why you say I like to think out the box, and that is the reason why I say without any water in my mouth. I don't care who vexed with me sometimes, you know. Right is right and wrong is wrong, you know. Definitely you can't go out to the court and pay on a Saturday and a Sunday, on a holiday. You understand? And that is the reason why I said there is room for improvement. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And the reason why nothing is set in stone. Anything can be amended.
Okay.
But I have to answer your question.
Right.
Yeah. I do not want to, actually mislead anybody.
Right. So you're stating what the law is saying.
I do not want nobody to misconstrue.
Okay.
What I'm saying.
Okay.
The days include Saturday, Sunday, holiday.
And the day, it started from the day that you received the ticket?
Definitely. So if you don't be in Jove morning, and I know you definitely you can't pay a ticket because no court open. You understand? You see.
Okay.
So try to remember so that the next day, which is a normal working day, you could go and pay your ticket.
People sleep after Jove morning, man.
Well, why? You got to be aware, you got to be abreast with life. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let's go back to the phone line. Line 1, good morning, and you're live.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have one concern about between Social Security and by Verify.
Yes.
I find a lot of people just keep walking through the traffic. And I see animals look for the pedestrian crossing and use it. And I don't want it to be me. But sometimes you don't even see the people running through the vehicle.
Yes.
And you have other drivers stopping between the stoplight, putting off and taking up people. And then you find the street guards just there on the phone or leaning up on a post or sitting down with their head down.
Yes.
I mean, you can't control people, but they pledge to do a job.
Yes.
And it's really terrible. You just said they had an accident there between KFC and Rams. And most of the time, the pedestrian crossing just 2 steps away from them. So you all need to do something about it because I don't want to be mean. I don't want to hit nobody at all.
Yes, thanks, man.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you for your call. Line 2, you're live, and good morning.
Hi, good morning.
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 While you're in Old Road, I hope you're paying attention to what the lady said.
Yes.
Because there's an amputee, a former serviceman who operates a wheelchair on that very same road.
Yes.
Also, a lady gave me a story on Station Street that happened to her on a number of occasions.
Yes.
Their vehicle's parked on the left side of the road, her left, and she's coming down. She's about 90% out of the road, and someone is going to swing in and tell her she must reverse. There are a lot of simple things I find you all do not tell drivers on the road. You're going into a one-lane street, you do not go in before you look. You look and then you turn in because you cannot see somebody who's 90% of the street and then force them to reverse. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, sir.
All right. You want to respond or you...
Take the calls.
Okay. Line 1, you're live, and good morning.
Yeah, Eddie, how are you?
Yeah, morning, sir. Thanks.
Eddie,
I'm good.
watch you. You know when you're coming from... Well, I must tell you, you're coming out the terminal.
Yes.
You're going in on the eastern side. Where David Collazo got hitting.
Which one the terminals? You're talking about West Terminal?
Yeah, back at the terminal itself and the main road. You're going towards the social security.
Yes.
You know where David Collazo got his super wet there?
Definitely.
Okay, you got a little piece of wall there by Dwyer them where people, when the traffic gets heavy going into the terminal, people will go up on the piece of wall there.
Yes.
From getting hit.
Yeah.
When I was much younger, the road didn't so high. But you got some people going there to sell. If you drive, I want you to drive downtown and go right there now and you're going to see all kind of old table. That is a little getaway for pedestrians.
Yes.
What really going on in this place, Eddie? What going on in this place? I mean, if you and the other guy,
yes,
superintendent is the boss of the traffic,
yes,
why are you can't make decisions? The chief of police in office.
Yes.
Why you make these decisions on the road and get to here? But this is how this thing will run. It is the other vehicles in the country. They don't like to hear me, or to plane. I plane.
Yes.
Now what's going on, Eddie? Look at that. I watched a woman nearly get licked up last night. And I know if she could have get on the piece of wall, it wouldn't have looked so dangerous. But that person shouldn't be selling there. The person by the market.
Definitely.
I don't understand what's going on.
Definitely not, yeah?
But what? To me, the high command is who got a lot of nonsense going on in the traffic and around.
Yes.
Have a good day.
Yeah, thanks a lot, sir.
I don't watch fear.
Yeah, thanks. Let me adjust this one time. Yeah, you see, he has the Vendors Act, you see. I do not have the Vendors Act with me. But I'll talk, and I say, without any water in my mouth, I don't know who afraid to actually touch, or who do not afraid to touch. You understand me? But there's a Vendors Act. No vendor supposed to be on the street like that. You got the marketplace, you got designated areas, you got areas that they say have designated for these vendors. And this now cause now with the, what you call it, the pedestrians that somebody actually alluded to, walking, not walking on the road and so forth. Walking on the road and not walking on the sidewalks and so forth. You know why? We got the sidewalks now occupied. By whom? Vendors. You understand me? When you check these vendors, a number of them are not even from here, actually. They're foreigners who are actually taking over the streets, taking over the sidewalks. So me and you cannot walk on the sidewalks. You know what I mean? And this can't be fair when there is an act. You have the urban development, I think they're the ones to be looking into this thing. I can't be here, there and everywhere. I'm one man that came here in the traffic department the 14th of October 2019. Being a magic man to be doing everything. I'm one man, yeah? I'm saying the act is there, they need to enforce the piece of legislation. All right? It needs to be done. I don't care who's listening or who vexed with me. I can't do everything.
Let's take on some more calls. Line 2, you're live and good morning to you.
Yeah, President, good morning.
President, morning.
Yeah, in relation to, I've seen at least 3 times. I've been in a vehicle stopped for people to cross by KFC also. And then you would either find someone would overtake on the lower side, because you have like a 3-lane thing there. So when you stop for somebody to pass, somebody would drive on the other side, passing you, almost knocking down the pedestrian. And it is done a lot. I don't know. I've been in vehicles and it happened like this 3 times. And next concern again, I am not dissing you bus terminal, but the sidewalk there to the road that used to be there, there's seating there now, so there's no sidewalk on the lower side. And the sidewalk on the upper side is not big enough people to think. So there's where I don't know. I don't know who knows people going to want to be walking into the bus terminal just to get from one side to the next. It's just, I don't know if the seats could have been dressed in or what, I don't know. Okay, thank you.
Yes, as I was saying, pertaining to the same caller, you know what I mean, which is something that he actually, and in his opinion, I mean, he wants to address it. But we are actually looking into the same bus terminal to actually come to a conclusion. I think they have a meeting, I think it's on the 21st of this month, you know what I mean, to consult and to see the best, you know, where they could actually conclude and such. So, it's a good idea. Jot it down, make mental notes also. So, definitely we look into that. Go ahead, GQ.
All right, line 3, you're alive and good morning.
Yes.
Yes,
Good
morning.
To all.
Yes.
Good morning.
Eddie.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I'm just checking to see if you remember to check the area in Keys by the barbecue stand.
Definitely. I have checked it out, and we are putting things in place. Yeah, as I speak now. Yes.
Okay, and right next to the basketball court, there's a new place open there.
Yes.
I'm not sure if I don't remember if it's the yellow line there, but vehicles are starting to park there as well.
Yes.
Yes. Just a reminder.
Okay. Yeah,
All
man.
right,
No problem with the reminder, man. That's good. Yes.
All right. Line 1, good morning, you're live.
Yes. Good morning, GQ.
Morning, man.
Morning, Inspector.
Yeah, morning, sir. Morning.
Hey, jam down. This is your friend talking. I agree with you, no?
Yes.
Inspector, this pedestrian walking in Bastille, we're going to reach at Mr. Limo's office, you know. Between Princess Street and Central Street, that side of the road here. I am an elder. I have a disability. And I am saying to you, I am going to walk in the road in 4th Street because the umbrellas in that area, I can't see good, and I am a kind of a tall, and me one get damaged. So whenever the police or the traffic warden meet me in 4th Street going up or down on that side, I am prepared to go to the magistrate and let the magistrate tell me I am wrong to walk in the road when there is no sidewalk to walk on. Between Princess Street and Central Street. Right? Because I'm an elder, I have a disability, and I have a problem going down there anytime I go to town. And then, with regard to what Jamdong said, it has a broken the culvert there is kind of open, and I think it is time for the public works to put a little piece of covering on it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Right in front of the terminal, right? That when you come down Shear Lane, going west, right to the end of Shear Lane going west, there is kind of difficult. So I need, for years now, Culture, Jamdong, and all of us talk about that part of the road and that need to be fixed. Right? So you all got to do with them vendors walking in the road. Because, I mean,
no,
on
the
the
pedestrian,
side,
yeah.
on the side of the road.
On the side, yeah.
Because me can't see good, you know. And me ain't gonna walk up there fall at me age to fall, you know. So me gonna walk in the road. So when the police come, I am willing and prepared. Let the magistrate tell me I am wrong to walk in the road with my disability, and the sidewalk is filled with vendors. You have a good day.
Yes.
Inspector, we have just about 2 minutes left. I'm going to let these two calls our last calls.
Let it come in. Let it come in.
And then we're going to wrap up the program.
This is all about the...
Yes, man.
I am back.
Yes.
I support my neighbor there with what he said and jam down.
Yes.
Somebody in some kind of authority afraid to do the work with the vendors on the sidewalk. I want some vendors go on Lozak Road outside the police station go sell. Let me see how many minutes or days or months they're going to be there selling. Look, you can see how quick they move. Who are vex? Mr. Police at the top. What happened to you? A load of police passed out last month. Let them do the work. I behind me supervisor Eddie. Are you afraid to tell people don't sell there?
Yeah.
Eh? Come on, man.
It's
The lie is the law.
Yeah, I think some people are afraid, you know.
You're afraid.
Yes.
But we who just talk, we ain't afraid, you know.
Yes.
Or nobody could go down church street, go sell, go do no vending. You can't go in front of the police station, go do no vending. And why they must do it all over the place and got people stumbling?
Yes.
You have a good day, man.
JQ, I could read something that is a notice to vendors that I was asked to write, you know, and I have written it, you know, in accordance with the law. And I could read it, I have it before me, you know, and it's to show you that, you know, I actually put pen to paper and disseminated this piece of notice, information, to my superiors. Yeah. I do not know if it has been conveyed, distributed to anybody, disseminated in any way whatsoever. I have done my part. My part was to write the notice to vendors. And I read it, and it states here, in accordance with Chapter 18.33, Street and Sidewalk Vending Prohibition Act of St. Christopher and Nevis, with immediate effect, all public vending areas in Bastia, it said these include, with immediate effect, all vendors are hereby advised to desist from conducting business in unauthorized public vending areas in Bastia. These include, but are not limited to, streets, sidewalks, public squares, etc. In the interim of designated areas, persons who are desirous of occupying other areas for vending are to make application to the Ministry of Finance with required adequate documentation, and that is application of license, you see, and make sure being specific with it and actually definition it. In accordance with Section 6 of Sidewalk Act, Chapter 18.33, Street and Sidewalk Vending Prohibition Act, any person found in deviation from the above-mentioned provision will be liable of committing an offense resulting in fine. You understand me? I don't know where that gone, but I know I have written it about a month ago, or a month and a half ago. You understand me? As I say, GQ, can't do everything. I already done my part.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. And on that note, gentlemen, we're going to wrap up the program here this morning. We have scheduled, I believe, is Skellig Talk, Power Talk by Skellig. That should be on next. And then at 10 o'clock, the Cable will be here this morning to share some information with you. So please do stay tuned for that. And the Perfume Shop will be here as well. Gentlemen, any last words from you?
Yes, well, I just want to let the general public out there know, even the bus drivers, we're not really here to bash you. But I just want you guys know that we carry in the public, and we carry a large some amount of the public. If you have 2 people jumping in your bus, along with 12 people, that's 14 people, and they have corona, trust me. If you have a hot day like, you're seeing the money coming, don't let you be wearing no mask. bring it to give the rest people from 6 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock in the night corona. Yes, thanks y'all for listening. Do hope to see you, hear you next week, Wednesday, God Spare Life. Yes, and please, fellas, please, everybody out there to drive in public, please heed to the laws then, please. Thank you.
The speed bumps on Market Street, somebody alluded to that Winfield Road speed bumps, whole road they care. Some of the passengers not wearing masks. Illegal immigrants, when you're coming in the country, you don't know who may have corona. But anyway, with the wearing of masks, I just want to, convey to the bus drivers, don't be penny wise and pound foolish, you see. See a number of persons that don't know, no matter how they twist or turn, they're just ignoring the laws, and when they get caught and got to pay big fines, they're calling me. Do not call me if you know definitely you violate the law. You understand? So please again, do not be penny wise and pound foolish. GQ, thanks a lot for having us here. On behalf of the traffic department, I want to convey gratitude once more. Thanks much.
Thank you on behalf of Zella, I said to you. Stay tuned, we'll be back.